I've always wanted to ride with you, Logan.
Pimpy.
And a Wolverine.
Big slow motion action.
Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What's going on out there, peeps? All right. Trying to explain to people there's a difference between disinformation or hearing things that you don't like. So let's go ahead and get into this because there are people out there posting disinformation. I'll explain the difference between the two, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. Alrighty, I did a video the other day pointing out some BS stuff, and as usual, some people's feelings got hurt. As per Wolverine's audio message a few minutes ago. Wolverines. Wolverines?
Wolverines!
Huh. It is Wolverines. Okay, here we go. I stopped listening to Pimpy years ago when he tried to debunk the whole existence of the RV. First of all, that's a lie. Talk about disinformation. For those of you who've been listening to me as long as I've been around, Pimpy's never made any videos trying to debunk the whole existence of an RV. That doesn't make any sense. How do you debunk the existence of an RV? A revaluation? No. I made videos proving to you that not only is the revaluation real, but it's already happened on several occasions. He sounds like TNT Tony, who insists he's a staunch Democrat. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, ouch. A staunch Democrat? Not sure what politics has to do with this. You don't ever hear me support anything that's got to do with the Democrats. A staunch Democrat and Joe Biden is who we need to thank for making it happen. Yeah. Nope, that's not me. Not sure what politics has to do with it, but I never jumped on here and said I was a staunch Democrat and that we got to thank Joe Biden. You'll never hear those words come out of my mouth. I noticed that in this experience, we have to be careful to eat the meat and throw away the bones. What? You can tell you're not from the country with that statement. The bones are some of the best parts if you know how to cook.
Get him up.
Yeah, that's right. If you know how to cook, you're going to see people doing that to the bones. That was some great advice someone gave me years ago, which basically means take what information you want that resonates with you and ignore the rest. I mean, I get that, but here's the thing. If all you're doing is listening to the crap that makes your ears feel good, what happens is you end up with the ear full of crap and you're not able to hear the truth when it comes your way. That advice has served me well these years, so now I can pay attention to what's important and let the rest go. But are you really listening to what is important? Because first of all, are you even being told what's important? Or are you just listening to the fluff that makes your ears feel good? See, the problem is too many of you people like having crap blown up your ass. You really do.
You're going to dive right in there. Oh, brother, what the hell?
You guys, man, seriously. You would think that you would get tired of it. Pimpy used to know about silver and the gold market. I think that's his wheelhouse. But that's as far as his expertise goes. Wrong. Oh, I know about gold and silver because I grew up with it. But that's not as far as my expertise goes. And if you were truly listening objectively to all the videos, then you know that there's nobody else out there in the Dinar community that is more knowledgeable than I am about these currencies. You don't see anybody out there trying to explain to you the truth about what the deletion is of the zeros or the lopping is of the zeros. Nobody's explaining to you how to avoid inflation. Nobody's explaining to you all the steps necessary for Iraq to take in order to get to the position where they can increase their exchange rate. Nobody's doing that. They're just blowing smoke up your butt, just like we've seen. And people are just going about just listening to all the hype and all the crap, and they love it. But then I'm coming along saying, well, look, let me help you guys out so I can tell you what to look for. Hopefully this will help you out so you're not just trusting the content creators and what they're telling you, because most of this stuff they're telling you is crap. Like when you hear every single year, aren't you guys tired of this? Every year in December, what do you hear? They got to change the exchange rate. They got to change the exchange rate before the end of the year. They got to do it before the budget. Don't you hear that every single year? Then January comes. All right, they're getting ready to do the budget. Man, they got to change the exchange rate. They got to change the exchange rate because there's no way in hell they could do these huge projects with the current exchange rate. Isn't that what you're told all the time? Then it doesn't happen in January. Then February comes along. Well, there's some anniversary happening in February. They got to do it before the anniversary. Yeah, then it doesn't happen. Then here comes March. Oh man, here comes the holidays, the 3-day holiday. God told me that on 3-day holiday it's going to happen. Don't you guys get tired of that crap? Seriously. When are you going to take a step back and say, you know what? This is the kind of crap I've been hearing about for years now, and nothing's ever happened. I know you guys got to be getting tired of this.
The Wolverine recorded a very emotional message saying his blessings arrived. Peter on QFS channel said elders have released payment. All right, I guess it's just time to dive in. There's a lot out there that it has started. A whole heck of a lot. The rumors are flying from Reno, from Brazil. Not much coming out of Europe right now. And I don't know if that's just because of the time of day, including some out of Asia today. Rumors are running around that they have been aggregating and finishing, and we may have our first currency person got paid today. I've got that from somebody who knows the person personally that got paid.
I like how he says that. I know a person who knows a person who knows a person that plays a person that knows a person. Don't you guys get tired of this crap? There's no context. There's no intel out there. There's no special person, you guys. Don't any of you guys think it's kind of strange that most everybody in the Dinar community, everybody in the Sarah, everybody out the QAnon, all those people claim to have an inside person or a special intel person? Everybody does. They do that. You don't think that's kind of strange that everybody magically has a contact person who for some strange reason could never, ever give you accurate information or accurate intel? I thought that had been a huge eye-opener for most people. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should say that people who listen to my channel, I'd say like 99.5% of you get it. I'm only addressing those handful of wackadoodles who still think that we could just pull a wand out of our butt and the exchange rate for the Iraqi dinar is going to change tomorrow. So you're talking about the Democrats up here. I don't know what politics has to do with any of this. You're talking about meat and bone, throwing it away. You must have not have ever had great barbecue. And it goes on to say, TNT Tony has some good Iraqi intel. Nobody has good Iraqi intel. Here's the thing that gets me. When I say to you guys, what is the intel? Then you guys start explaining to me what the intel is. It's not intel. It's just news. Intel should be something that's not available to the public that's accurate. So I'm going to read you the definition of intel for the Dinar community. Intel, information of military or political value. Bullshit claimed by Dinar gurus. Somebody has a Sandman or an Angel One or Mr. C or, some other wackadoodle name. Everybody has a special intel person who for some reason over the past 20, 25 years has been feeding you intel but can never be accurate. I have yet to find anybody, I keep asking you guys, anybody, find me one piece of so-called intel. When you hear Felony Melanie out there talking about she's got intel, it's not intel, it's news. She actually and legitimately reads the news right in front of you, goes, here's the special intel. It's not intel if it's on the news. That one time I did a video of her reading an article. I had her verbalizing it. She goes, here's some intel nobody else has. And she was saying the words, and I showed you the article, and I followed it along with my cursor to show you that she was reading an article. That's not intel, you guys. So yeah, I know most of you guys believe everybody out there has intel, people. Okay, got you. I know, I get it. I have Intel Dell. Intel Dell had all the good scoops. So as far as my level of expertise, I've laid this challenge down many of times. I challenge any content creators out there that's making videos about the dinar or the Zim dollar or the Vietnam dong to come on my video, or I can go on theirs, or whatever way they want to do it. And we can have a debate about information that we're sharing. If you don't agree with me, say, hey, this is what I don't agree about, and here's why. And just bring your receipts. Bring your proof that I'm wrong, and I'll bring my proof why I say I'm right. That's all you have to do. It's not that hard. In case you guys forgot, and if you've been listening to me now for a while, you might remember that I literally challenged them people out there and told them I would give them $5,000 if they could come on to my channel, have a debate with me, and prove me wrong about anything that I'm saying. Did you guys forget that? $5,000. How many people showed up? 0. Why aren't you concerned about that? Why aren't you going, wow, man, that's $5,000. Talk about getting some easy money. All they have to do is go prove that Pimpy is wrong. And nobody took me up on that? You don't think that's weird? This person saying, Wolverine, you and Mark Z know what you know and have the contacts to back it up. Really? Where are the contacts to back what up? What are they backing up? The Chinese elders? Is that what you're talking about? The special bonds? Where is the proof? Come on, people. This has been going around for a long time. They don't have any contacts to back it up. I guarantee it's just them reading some news, trying to act like they're getting information from somewhere else. So this way, if it backfires, they can go, well, it wasn't me. I got this from another person that I'm sharing with you. That's why they always claim to have a special intel person. Plus, they know how much it tickles your ears, and you guys love to hear that crap. People who aren't immersed in this RV experience don't have the expertise to share an opinion that matters. If that was the case, then none of them should be making content. Seriously, because they're not immersed in anything. They're immersed in the BS, but not educating themselves. In other words, Pimpy is loud, proud, and wrong. Nope, Pimpy is loud, proud, and always right. So again, here it is, an open invitation. I can go on your show, or you can go on mine, or whatever form you want to choose. We can have a debate. Bring your receipts. I'll bring mine. That goes for content creators or any listeners that think they can come on here and prove me wrong about the things I'm saying. Just say, Pimpy, this one area, I think you're wrong. Let me explain why. And I'll listen to what you have to say. Then I'll respond, and we can go back and forth respectfully. But nobody's ever done that. Well, I shouldn't say never. I did a video not that long ago saying that a couple people in the group stepped up to the plate. They tried, and that's fine. I want that kind of dialogue with you guys so I can get an idea of where your head is. But some of you people already know where your head is, so there's no sense. If someone came onto my show or I came onto their show and somebody's actually able to prove that the things I'm saying is wrong or disinformation, do you understand what kind of hero you would be? Man, they would write songs about you. They would build statues in your honor. Kids would read about you in school. Adults would talk about you around the water cooler.
So without further ado, come forward, silent rogue, and receive thy prize.
So without further ado, my silent rogue, come forward and claim your prize. Do you understand how big of a hero you would actually be in the Dinar community? People wouldn't stop talking about it for years. They would have tattoos of you on their arms. They would tell their grandkids as they got older. Another person said, I question Pimpy's dialogue. Do you? Okay. For years now, he has been the most outspoken about what is called the RV, exchange, and revaluation being a joke, and then turns face and supports it. Nope, that's not true. First of all, what? An RV, an exchange, and a revaluation. An RV and a revaluation is the same thing, first of all. People often confused a reinstatement and a revaluation. They're interchangeable for most people, but they're two different things. I can't think of anybody else out there who did videos in the beginning explaining to you guys the difference. I said all along that not only is a revaluation possible, but Iraq has done it a few times already. Did you forget? I made a video saying that Iraq revalued their currency, or I should say in this case, devalued the currency, and went from 1,190 dinars, dropped down to 1,450 dinars, then revalued up to 1,320 dinars. So when people say, man, the Iraqi dinar is never going to revalue, I always go, what do you mean? It has revalued a few times already. As a matter of fact, several times over the past 2 decades. So no, I never joked about it. I joke about the content creators, but not the subject itself. I've seen tweets on X where he is mocking those who believe in the exchange, especially the dinar and dong, and that it's not happening. Okay, first of all, that's false. That's disinformation. You've never ever seen any tweets on X mocking anybody who believes in the exchange, the dinar, or the dong, and claiming that it's not happening. You've never ever seen that. What you see me do is mock content creators who lie to you guys, and I'll make fun of them, but I don't make fun of the actual currencies. I make fun of the information that you guys get and the fact that you're even silly enough to believe it. Then a few months later, he is on board with the exchange. What exchange? That doesn't make any sense. You mean on board with whether or not I support that Iraqi dinar will revalue? I already told you I did. And not only did I tell you that I support it, but I know that's already happened a few times. Here's another one. What he says about the ZIM is true. What? ZIM bonds are currently of no value and a retired medium. In other words, it has non-exchangeable value. It does have collectible value though, and I pointed that out quite a few times. Except for, unless we have been lied to, dun dun dun, the Chinese Dragon families negotiated a deal for this RV to include the ZIM bonds as a medium for exchange for a worldwide humanitarian project and to get them out of circulation. ZIM exchange funds comes from the funds of the Chinese Dragon coffers and other trusts, not necessarily the country of Zimbabwe or its treasury. Okay, so this gives me an opportunity to bring something to your guys' attention. We've been hearing stories about the Chinese elders for a long, long time. These are these rich, secretive, powerful people that nobody knows about. We only hear about it. They're so powerful, they have the ability to force people to exchange obsolete currency. Is that what you're telling me? So these people who are so rich and so powerful, they have nothing better to do throughout the day. I'm sure they're sitting there drinking their tea and they say, gosh dang it, before I forget later on this afternoon, do me a favor and remind me that I got to go out there and make a bunch of people rich off some currency that's obsolete before I forget. Yeah, that's what they're doing all day long, worrying about changing currencies to make you guys rich because they have nothing better to do. Because that's what extremely rich and secretive families do. They're sitting around all day concerned about whether or not you exchange a currency that's no longer any good. There are no dragon families. The dragon family thing has been going on for so long now, it's not even funny. What we believe and have been told for years, and history supports it 100%. What, that you guys have been getting smoke blown up your butt for years? I agree 100%. The exchange will happen. History proves it. What exchange are you talking about? You're just saying the exchange will happen. What exchange? Are you trying to say that the exchange rate will change for the Zim dollar, the dong, and the Iraqi dinar? Is that what you're saying? Does it change? Of course it does. I already told you. They've changed several times now, and history does prove that. We are going gold back to support the value of a medium of commerce, USTN money. The only thing out there that I heard about being gold back was what the BRICS nations are trying to do. Blockchain technology, that kind of currency they want to use, which is called a unit, that's backed by gold 40%. Yeah, I did a video and explained it to you guys. But prior to that, people just say, oh, we're going to be in the quantum financial system and we're going to have backed tokens that are backed by gold, silver, copper, and everything else, which is just BS. But that unit report just barely came out. For me, I was hoping we'd go back to the gold standard, which is different altogether. The first 27 plus countries listed in the first exchange are valid players in this event. Others follow later. What event are you talking about? If we're talking about a worldwide revaluation, which I still believe is going to happen, they're not going to do it by baskets. They're not going to do it in sections. When they go to revalue, especially if it's going to be an event that's worldwide, they're going to do it all at one time. They're not just going to do some of you guys over here, some of you guys over there. It doesn't work that way, man. If they're going to do a true revaluation of all currencies, it's going to be done at one time. Mentions of bank visits saying, yes, it will happen soon is a fact. What is going to happen soon? You don't say what is going to happen soon. And what banks are telling you what? All those little fake recordings that we hear all the time? I know you guys get all excited over some phone calls, but do you actually go and talk to your bank people? Most of the people at the cashier register have no idea what the hell you're talking about. If you talk to a manager, I can't imagine bank managers starting a rumor. It just depends on what it is you're asking them, and how you're asking them is why you're getting the answers that you are. All the so-called bank recordings that I've heard, the way the questions are being asked, of course you're going to get the responses that you guys expect. But do you specifically go, hey, I heard the Iraqi dinar is going to recently revalue. Is that true or false? And then got an answer from the people. The questions are too vague. You just say whatever. You just like to hear the recordings is all. Not all Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, JP Morgan locations are participating in the exchange process. No, because not all of the branches deal with exchanging currencies. So that's correct. The 800 phone numbers, sorry, every time I read that, man, I start laughing. So give me a second. Let's try this again. The 800 numbers we call will disclose the closest location of these bank facilities that are participating in the exchange process. If there's an exchange process, all banks that are dealing in currency exchanges will be involved. All you have to do is find your local bank that buys and sells foreign currency and just wait for the restrictions to be removed off the Iraqi dinar. And once they change the exchange rate, you can just walk your butt right on in there. There is no special 800 number for that. You can just go to your local bank and find out where the nearest bank is that deals with foreign currencies. It would be impossible to keep the first private exchange out of the public's ear if all locations and all employees knew about it. It's so private, that's why you got content creators making YouTube videos about it. Oh, looky here, I couldn't believe I read this. Intel has gotten it wrong every time so far. We are all sick of the Wednesday by noon or Thursday by 10 a.m. or the famous weekend jargon that flips to Monday yet never happens. Goldilocks always has intel that destroys the timing of the guru's projected forecast, which makes me wonder if the gurus are doing their homework before getting us all hyped up. Yeah, mind blowing. I can't believe somebody said that. You mean you guys just now barely figured that out?
Ding, 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 we have a winner.
Yes, ding, 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 we have a winner with that one. Finally, this RV exchange, revalue, whatever you choose to call it, is going to happen in its own time. Oh, I agree with that too. Where has been major events that have happened worldwide, setting us up for this to happen any day now. Yeah, but people have been saying any day now for 25 years. And the truth of the matter is they're not wrong. It happened any day. They just didn't say which day. And what worldwide events that are happening. The only thing that you should be eyeballing is the fact that the BRICS nation is trying to de-dollarize. And that can have major effect on our own currency. It can also make other currencies stronger in their exchange against the US dollar. And God only knows what direction we're going to be going in. So take Pimpy's opinion as just that, opinion. Yeah, you should do that with all content creators. It's just that mine is supported by documentation, studies, websites that I share with you guys. He has played both sides for years and may even benefit monetarily for spreading disinformation and doubt. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I have nothing better to do besides get paid money to sit on here all day creating videos to mislead you people. Whoa! And what would be the benefit of misleading you guys? What exactly would people be benefiting from disinformation? Pimpy's a paid shill. He's misleading everybody. Why would anybody care enough to pay for somebody to mislead people about a currency? You guys are doing a great enough job on your own. They don't need me. Isn't this what you mean? So take Pimpy's opinion as just that, opinion. He is spreading information we don't like to hear. Because there's a big difference between disinformation and information you don't like to hear. Nobody's ever caught me spreading disinformation. You have more than enough opportunities to prove it down below, or get a hold of me, or I'll get a hold of you, whatever you want to do, and come on to my channel and say, this is the information I believe you're spreading, this disinformation. I don't have a problem with it. So there you have it. Once again, addressing all the fluff that's out there, you guys. Look, this is the grounded channel. This is the channel where you're going to hear the truth. And this is the channel where you're going to get educated. If you want people to blow smoke up your ass, then stay where you are with those other channels. Believe all the hype and get disappointed. How many of you guys have gotten fights with your family members? They probably laugh at you in front of your face or behind your back. They're sitting there at family get-togethers going, hey, are you rich yet? Ha 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 ha. They're all laughing. Why? Because you keep believing the lies that you're being told. I never said it wasn't going to happen. I'm just saying you guys better be aware that it's possible it can happen this way or that way. And I don't just sit around there hyping you guys up going, hey, it's happening over there in the East. It's happening over there in Brazil. It's happening over there. What's happening? Nothing is happening over there. It'd have been in the news. We'd have heard about it. It's just lies. It's meant to get you guys all hyped up so you can continue listening to them, hoping that what they're saying is true. And that's where hopium comes from.
With Sandler Training, I'm Hamish Knox. This is a bottle of hopium. We're all addicted. What is hopium? Hopium is what prospects give us instead of signed agreements and what salespeople give their managers when they submit territory plans for the following year. Hopium addiction leads naturally from what Sandler called happy ears. Happy ears happen when our prospect or employee says something that sounds good to us that we leave uninvestigated. For example, manager says, "When do you expect the opportunity with ABC Company to close?" Salesperson says, "I expect the agreement on Friday." Manager says, "Okay," takes a shot of hopium, then goes about their day. What typically happens is the agreement doesn't arrive on Friday, then both the prospect and salesperson go into hide mode. This manager could have skipped the hopium by asking a couple of follow-up questions when their rep confidently asserted the agreement would be in on Friday. We're all addicted to hopium. The cure is to ask 2 to 3 more questions than feels comfortable. Until next time, go sell something.
Oh man, that guy's absolutely correct. Don't be shy. Ask 2 to 3 more questions and look for details. And just don't accept, "Oh, I can't tell you," or "This person's under an NDA," or, "That's secretive." Don't just accept those as answer. Don't be shy. Ask questions. That's why you see me do videos where I go down to where the comments are and I respond to your questions and comments. This way, then, it gets addressed. Does anybody else do that out there? I don't think so. Anyways, that's it for now. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll catch you later. I'm out.